quick new video. Shout outs to Dee Dee. Title of this video: Eboni K. Williams is afraid to be alone. Oh, is she? Is she? All that smack she was talking all this time, a couple months ago, what I'm saying? This is not the first time, I talked about Eboni K. Williams, But yeah, we're gonna see what she talking about here in this video real quick. So let's get right into it.
On the Breakfast Club, and she made a statement, and I'm paraphrasing, but not very much. It's almost exact. Iyanla Vanzant said, not even young, a lot of black women today are operating as men in skirts. They are occupying a masculine posture in their relationships and in society, and it needs to stop. And I
don't know what that means.
You said you don't know what that means?
No.
Oh, I know exactly what she meant, Tori. What she meant was, and she did expound. Basically, she's saying women, and I'm putting my hand in the air. What do they say? Hit dog holla. I was hit.
Oh.
I was like, oh, this one's for me. Dr. Vanzant says women today are so preoccupied by building and protecting and providing and making the money and being the boss and being overeducated and overemployed and all of that they're too busy occupying spaces that are traditionally for men. And so while we look feminine, we've got our lashes and some of us have our BBLs and all of the things. I'm just, that's what you're saying. Our Balmain, our Christian Louboutins. Aesthetically, we present feminine. But in terms of core values and how we show up in the world, we are masculine. We are providing, we are building, we are taking care of versus relaxing into our feminine energy and being taken care of. So instead of being taken care of, we are taking care.
And that's probably the reason why, most men don't want a chick that's a boss chick because, they're not going to listen. They're not going to follow a man's lead. And I feel like what Eboni K. Williams is saying here, this little piece here, she comes in terms with that. It was a hard pill for her to swallow, I bet, but she's coming in terms of, I think I'm going to die alone, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, you gotta wish her the best, I guess. Let's ride out.
And she was challenging us to do better as women. And
the implicit thing is you're only going to get a man when you're in your feminine energy.
Correct. And I was not in disagreement.
And that hurt you?
No, it's not. No, it didn't hurt me, Tori.
Did you feel reflected in that comment?
Absolutely. I felt like I was the exact type of woman Iyanla was referring to.
Is that happening in your life, that men are repelled because you are as strong and as making as much money? And
well, I don't know if they are repelled, but I know I am repelled.
You were repelled by?
I am repelled because I feel challenged in meeting and partnering with a man that I feel can protect and provide for me as well as I can do for myself.
Now, I'm going to pause it there for a second.
Oh, boy.
Now, listen, you know what? I'm going to give her kudos for acknowledging that, she was a hit dog that hollered. The bottom line to a lot of this is that when women are successful and they've had to work hard to achieve the things that they have, women become entitled. Women become more aggressive because if they feel like, hey, I've worked my ass off to accomplish what I've accomplished. I've done something that many haven't even done in my own family. They don't know how to not be in that aggressive role or they don't know how to be less aggressive in their mentality. And a lot of women don't want to share what they've worked for, even though they expect a man to share what he's worked for, because traditionally men are known to be the providers and protectors. I think women understand the role of a man and the traditional roles of a man, but even though we're in a modern society where women can make decent money, and then there are successful women, lawyers and doctors and things of that nature, entrepreneurs. There are some, and the ones like Eboni K herself who have worked hard and built their lives and become successful women, they don't feel that it's fair to date a man who makes less money and who doesn't appear to have worked as hard as they have. And so it would be a challenge for a woman who's accomplished a lot in her life to be with a bus driver, because in her mind he's not worked as hard as she has. And this is why the whole idea of the bus driver
and her having that mindset, like I said, the whole bus driver thing, it's curtains for you. It's curtains, man. I tell you, like, they need to get it while they got a chance, because you only got one shot at it. You only got one shot. You know, and vice versa. It goes for men, you know what I'm saying? You only got one shot to find yourself, you know, a great woman that likes you for you. But yeah, let's ride out.
Being the owner of the, you know, because that would take more for him to do, and it would show in their minds that he's a hard worker, that he has a lot of ambition, because it takes a lot more to become the owner of the bus than to just drive the bus. So in their minds, they need somebody who is just ambitious as they were, somebody who's just as accomplished as they are, in order for them to feel like he's worthy. But the thing about it is, a lot of these very same women do not fully acknowledge the aftermath of their mentality once they become successful. See, it's not...
Even when they do find a man like that, I don't even think the man will want to keep them. A man that's probably more ambitious, has more money, they probably don't want to keep those types of females. That's right out.
Not just the fact that the man makes less money, it's the attitude that comes with women. Right. Who are super successful. They have an entitlement. They have this attitude like, I worked hard and nobody's going to take away.
The big thing is the attitude.
You have to measure up. And so they're so focused on the money aspect of it and how are you financially, so they miss everything else that comes along in relationships and with people in general, or men. So I think if women can understand, listen, there's more to a man than just his finances. There's so much more that he can contribute in your life than just the amount of money that he makes. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of these successful women probably have dated men who make a lot of money, but the relationships still don't work because it's more than just how much he makes. There are a few women in Hollywood who make more than their husbands, and they have lasting, loving relationships from what we could see. So true. I think if women focus on that, they could probably get a better deal. But as long as women have this idea that a man is supposed to make more, he's supposed to, but we're not in a traditional era. We're not in that time. We're in a time where women can make more. So it's going to be imbalanced when it comes to the financial aspect. But it doesn't mean that there aren't good men out here who will love you for you.
These days, really both going to have to work.
So I think that that's what they need to focus on. But let's continue.
I can take care of myself, but why do I need you?
I would love to need you, but you have to overperform. See what I'm saying? Like.
Does he have to retire you?
No.
Does he have to come in equal to you?
He had to come in equal to me. And Ayanla's saying, well, if we as these skirt-wearing men, if we relaxed off of doing, basically she's saying we're doing too much. She's saying women today are doing too much. They are over-indexing, and they are doing the traditional roles that men should be performing.
So you continue that conversation on your griot show? Yes,
because I wanted to learn, right? My question to her, so what led to bus driver, because I'm going to get there. She says what she says. I says, Dr. Von Zant, I find you fascinating. I don't disagree. You are my, with full respect, elder, right? Sure. You are a veteran. Sure. I think Ayanla's almost 70 years old, right? You are someone that I am in a posture of learning from. Correct? Sure. So when you say this, I want to better understand. What do you recommend? Woman to woman, elder to mentee. Teach me, Ayanla, what should women like myself be doing when we are afraid? We are afraid, Dr. Von Zant, that if we don't go get it, go to school, go to more school, get all the degrees, get the big jobs, make the $2, $3, $5 million a year, buy the house, which I've now done in Harlem, right? Buy my real estate, have my baby. If I don't do all of that, I am afraid, Dr. Von Zant, that I will be without it.
Right.
Because I'm not seeing enough evidence with my naked eyes of the quantity of men being able to step into that posture for me.
Right.
I'm looking at my sister to the left. I'm looking at my sword to the right. And I'm seeing women without. And I'm not going to be without. I'm going to just tell you, know me a long time. You know, I'm never going to be without. So therefore, I am afraid to trust what you are suggesting, which is if you wait, he will come. If you do less, it will be provided for you. I want to believe that with everything in me, Torre. I still want to believe that.
Right.
But I am afraid because it's kind of Baldwin-esque, right? You know how Baldwin says in that famed debate with white boy, you are asking me to believe in an America that I have no evidence of seeing.
William Buckley, yes.
A white boy.
Yes,
right?
yes. For sure.
And that's kind of how I felt in that moment. Like I hear you, Alon. I hear you, Iyanla, and I want to believe in this man coming to save us as Black women, but I've not seen the evidence of it.
Not seeing it.
Not even in my own family.
Right.
Not even my own father. And she says, "Would you date a bus driver?"
Listen, I hear where she's coming from. And I get it. Because this is how a lot of women think. Women have been told that for years, men's supposed to be the protectors and the providers. And so a lot of women have been taught too, some by their fathers, that, hey, you don't need a man. You need to work out. You need to go out and get your degree and take care of yourself. Their mothers, grandmothers have told them, and even some fathers have told them, you don't need to depend on a man. You need to go out and take care of yourself. And that's fine and dandy. Because as an adult, you are responsible for yourself. But once again, I think it boils down to the mentality and the behavior of women who had to go out and work, or felt they had to, or were pressured to go out and work hard to accomplish what they've accomplished. And I think there's a resentment towards men when women are the sole providers and they are out taking care of themselves, because it's not easy. This is what their mothers and their grandmothers and some of their fathers have told them. You don't need to depend on a man. Go do it for yourself. So they've never tried it the other way. You've never met a man who was, in the position to take care of you and allowed him to do so, because you jumped out with the mentality of I'm supposed to do it myself. And so what happens is a lot of these women become resentful because they don't really like the work that goes into it. It's great to be accomplished, but it's a lot of work, and a lot of these women are tired. And this is why even when they become successful, they still want a man to take the traditional role and pay for everything, because now they want to sit back, and now they want to get a man to come in and take care of them because they felt they had to take care of themselves. And it's a mindset and an attitude that comes with that, though. So because these women are resentful, they don't know how to treat the man when he comes in. And even if a man makes less, they don't respect him. And some of them will get a man who will come in and be willing to take care of the bills, and she still don't know how to respect them, because you never were taught how to be in a relationship. You were just told you need to take care of yourself. And if you got a man, he's supposed to be traditional and take care of everything. And if he can't do that, he ain't ish. And now you've created this mindset that, hey, if a man doesn't come in and take on a traditional role, he's not good enough. This is why you hear them say he has to be equal to me. If not, I can't deal with him. There's nothing in there about his character, whether he's loving, whether he's a good man, a provider, because you can still be a provider. He doesn't have to make $1 million, but he comes in with a substantial amount of income and he's ready to take on and take care of a family. He still can be a provider in many different ways, not just financially. And I think unfortunately, that's what women miss out on, because the focus is only on the money. It's not on the character of the man himself. And this is why those types of women will always lose out. It's unfortunate, but it's the world that we live in. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Appreciate it, DD. It's like, we gotta have a whole lot of money to impress these ungrateful females out here. Even though they got all these degrees, educated, got all this money, whatever, making 6 figures or whatnot, and you still won't be respected, really. It's like, We men have to do the most. We have to do the most in America. In America. It's crazy in the hood, you know. But a lot of these men ain't going for it. A lot of these men, they going their own way. A lot of these men becoming passport bros. Or there's a lot of men that got lucky and found the right one that fits in their program. But let's have a discussion, you know. Let's put it down in the comments down below, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, subscribe if you new. I do a variety of videos here, and I'll check y'all on the next one. Peace.